Introduction to CSS Hover Selector. CSS Hover Selector is a pseudo class used to select and style an element when the user hovers over it. It adds dynamic effect to your website, enhancing user experience. The typical syntax is selector hover style, basic usage of CSS Hover. CSS Hover Selector can be applied to all HTML elements, not just links. For example, you can change the background color of a button when the user hovers over it. Different styling on hover. You can apply any CSS styling on hover, not limited to just color changes. For instance, you can increase the size of an image when hovered. Using hover with other pseudo classes, you can chain hover with other pseudo classes for more complex effects. For example, you can style a link that's already visited differently when hovered. Tips and common mistakes. CSS specificity can affect the hover effect. To avoid overriding, ensure your hover style has enough specificity or use the important keyword. Use CSS transitions to animate the changes smoothly for a more pleasant user experience. Hover doesn't work on touch devices because there's no cursor. Use other methods like active or focus for touch devices. When applying hover to nested elements, the effect will trigger when you hover over any part of the parent element. Use the Not selector to exclude the portions you don't want the hover effect to apply to. Conclusion. The CSS Hover Selector can greatly enhance your website's interactivity and appeal. By understanding its usage and avoiding common pitfalls, you can create compelling and user-friendly designs. Use hover effects sparingly and thoughtfully to ensure a smooth and enjoyable user experience.